we've got Josh Albanese turning 39 on Thursday and Reese 32 on Friday. The beers are on Josh and Reese at Club, I'd say. Not even in this side, but we'll get it stuck in them. Anniversary, so Corey 3 years and Ace 1 year. Neither of them here either. So this week's work, so we've got a few jobs. We've got Blackwood, Hart, URD, Campbelltown subs, that same Campbelltown sub job, HB covers, Musico, URD, Border Court, Wilson URD, so heaps of URDs. Bin Pack, some of the guys going away today with Jimmy. Wasley's, just the poles. Ton Kilo Friday, some 33 kV switching. I reckon you remember going on the sub, Benny, doing that weird job with Sean, that bus up over current. Remember doing that?
What sub?
What sub's that? Angus Creek. Angus Creek. I reckon you and Sean did that.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll do that.
yeah, we've got that same item again. Absolutely on it.
So many programs.
Yeah, so weird 33. Thought about that over the weekend with Sean and
Alright.
HB Poles and HB Maintenance Standard as always. So, much over Nick.
Alright, quick to get through the discussion, guys. So, first thing with the JW Fuse operation. So, just want to reinforce the correct procedures which we bumped into last week. So, basically to highlight that when we're closing JW fuses loaded, this must be done with an operating stick and an approved mounting fuse removal tool, which we've all got in our trucks. Alright, and that goes with our Arc Flash equipment as well. Alright, any questions on that? Happy to pass it around or come see me if you need, but in a nutshell, that's basically what it is, alright? So make sure we're doing it that way, which is obviously a very difficult way of doing it at this stage. Live line clamp failure. So last week, Sam Brown had a live line clamp fail on him, where it unthreaded. So just did a bit of looking back. So there was equipment bulletin back at 2013, which reflected the bulletin back at 2011, which referred to the manufacturer defects with these. So basically, it's found that the manufacturer did not deform the threads enough, allowing it to go past the brass ferrule that usually stops that from falling apart. So again, come see me if you want a bit more background on that. That can be seen from the ground while you're unscrewing it, so be aware. We don't want to be in a situation we've got a live line tap flopping around there, alright? And obviously make sure we log it if we come across any of them. A bit of ongoing, so DF bases, our concerns have been raised around the business, with some good conversations happening. Just a bit of background as far as Enervin DS group. We've had 35 to 40 failed HV switches in the past 3 years, which you can almost bring that to the past 2 years because we've only been switching for 2 years. That's not just Brown, that's all switches. So just to highlight, stay vigilant and continue to log in these in the Navalon. That's the best tool we've got to capture any incidents. Reinforce, so crews doing substation assist last week were asked to unbolt some lugs from the other end of a live DF base. I'm sure we all know that this is not allowed. It breaches our clearances, so make sure you don't get yourselves in a situation where we're having to do this. The crews raised the issue and amended the works to suit their work practices, so that was excellent work there from Rush and Blanksy. St Mary's crews found some incorrect labels on the pad mount TF, just for something different. They raised it and rectified the issue, so well done there. As we know, it's a very common issue, so just be aware of it and make sure we reference all maps, the transformer plans and the GeoCortex information that we got. I have got 90 days without a switch incident. Does that sound right? So keep up the good work there. Should we buzz through the switching alerts, mate?
Yeah, cool.
Alright. So, I've got 494 in front of me right now. So, incorrect LV device operation. So, 26th of March, planned LV HV maintenance was carried out to assist with the installation of a new load switch. During the LV isolation, item was required to close LV isolators opposite 105 Stradbrook Road at a LV TF pole. The crew set up at a pole 1 span away from the correct location, which was also a TF pole, and incorrectly executed the item by opening a set of LV isolators, resulting in a loss of supply. Whilst the switching checker was recording the time, the error was discovered. After contacting the switching coordinator and field service dispatch advising of the error, supply was restored and switching continued without incident. So lost supply to 45 customers for 5 to 8 minutes. The event highlights the importance of both the operator and checker's responsibility while switching and significance of correct device identification. Alright, pretty self-explanatory there, what happens, so be aware. Switching alert 496, incorrect operation of Inselect swerve sectionaliser. So 10th of March, planned switching was carried out on BU2, Borough. During the switching, as per the switching plan, sectionaliser was open, breaking half the swirl load and was closed in the restoration. Sectionaliser was shown as a fuse zone on the knob, on the NOM, whilst in fact it is a trial Inselect swerve sectionaliser. Sectionaliser was operated outside of its capacity, which could have caused equipment damage and injury to operator. So recently, another switching program included this item to close the sectionaliser. Whilst performing the briefing, they doubted the sectionaliser was capable of braking and making load, hence he consulted SPG and corrected the switching. And then they investigated it and found the actual incorrect switching on the 10th of March. Fair bit of words there, guys, but basically it was the wrong switching device that they were operating. So the event was highlighting the importance of the NOM to replicate the actual network and the importance of confirming the characteristics of the device being switched before operating. We don't do sectionalisers a lot, guys, so make sure you're familiar with it. There's a lot of different ones out there and a lot of new ones coming in, so hopefully we're not in a situation where that bothers us too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Incidents, so these are the enable on reports, got a few this week, so good work, keep up the reporting. We got one Neil, so gas torch and 2 refills stolen out of the truck outside the accommodation at night. All cupboards have central locking set 2. Send an email, the gas cupboards don't have central locking, obviously 12 volt in a gas cupboard they don't want. So maybe lock that when you're away, just check that. Just lock it up, we don't want stuff stolen. Traffic truck clipped. So traffic truck vehicle was shadowing EWP stationary sitting beside the road on Penfield Road. Truck driving westbound clipped the traffic mirror but no visible damage. Talked with the driver and the vehicle apologised. No damage to either vehicle. That's pretty lucky, that one. Another one, forklift too close to the Tadano, clipped it, slightly pushed in tie point. So just be aware when you're moving around out there with a forklift, you don't hit stuff. It's the same traffic. And incorrect circuit labelling on LV underground cables. So crews open circuit 4 and transformer, tested at work location, found circuit still alive. Closed fuses, form field services, no loss or customers were affected. Discovered labelling of cables incorrect. And they opened circuit 3, tested, installed main earth, continued with their work. So underground cables aren't always marked correctly, so just keep that in mind. So that'll be, I think that's a safety alert, isn't it? Switching alert? That'll come out soon, but not switching incident for us. Across the general depot, so signing off tough book. When you're doing prep in the yard, you've still got a task. So anybody doing prep, just sign it off in your tough pad. It does hold up the final sign off. Any sort of work that you've got, just check your tough pad, because it's probably a task. Land will always probably a task across, it becomes a pain when tasks aren't signed off. Lost keys, so Mike Scott lost his keys, he sent out an email to everyone. He's got a keychain with California and state flag with a bear on it. If you see him, get it back to Mark. And again with the gas cabinets, due to avoiding an electrical solenoid gas environment. So that's why they don't have it. Gerald Cole's on leave now, Cam's sitting in his chair for the foreseeable future. All leave requests, send to Cam, don't send them to Coley because they'll probably be missed. And if they get missed, then you won't get your leave. So RDOs, leave, sick leave, not sick leave, text us, but anything prior, send to Cam. So that's all I've got. You guys have anything?
No. Just quickly to say, on that switching, guys, there was a lot of information there. That was all last week, and we did take a bit out of that. So keep talking in the toolboxes because it's good. And anything you're unsure, make sure you come see me or Reese, and we'll try and talk through it a bit.
We are at 90 days. We're doing well as well. Keep it up. Yep, soon. So 348 was our best. So 258 to go, but we'll get there.
With these JWs, you said every truck has one.
They should, if not,
One of these or a normal few set?
one of them. if you don't, bring it up.
Yeah.
We'll hunt one down for
No,
you.
I've never seen one at Lions office the other day.
I'm pretty sure we got one per truck.
Should be, originally every truck was built one for six.
No, you'd be surprised.
Yeah, they are. It's been a
I
while.
thought we only had 5 originally. I don't know if we got 4.
Have a look.
Can we use the normal fuse pullers for like normal fuse heads if we don't have that?
would say that's an approved tool for using it.
Because I heard that.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it. Do they fit there? A normal fuse head?
Yeah. I pulled with them on.
Yeah.
The tool you're required, you just have to get it.
Yeah.
Have a look. If you're happy to use a fuse head and it's
I heard
approved,
better. I
Yeah.
heard
if
better.
it's better,
Those ones are always a bit sloppy.
you always use a fuse head.
Yeah, like the fuse head will hold it firmer, especially when you want to close.
Yeah. Sweet. Alright, cool.
So yeah, but yeah, as always, if you haven't got the right tools, make sure you just say something and I'll knock it down.
Anything else? So guys, have a good week.